Good morning, ladies, and welcome to week 6. Can you believe it? Already week 6. I just want to take a second and say how much I appreciate you, ladies. You are one of the most hardworking, um, punctual, consistent, caring group of students that I have taught in quite a long time. And I appreciate the fact that you are dedicated and that you're working so hard. I know it's difficult. I know you want to be through with school for a little while over the summer, but I just appreciate all of your hard work. So just know that it does not go unnoticed and know that you ladies are doing a fantastic job and keep it up. You're over halfway there. You'll be finished before you know it. So let's look at week 6. For week 6, we have peer review for your action research project. Make sure that it's uploaded to this discussion board forum. You're going to give feedback to 2 other colleagues by uploading and completing this peer feedback rubric. Use the feedback you receive to make final revisions. Now, it says it can be says to submit to task stream next week. I really, if you're not quite ready next week to put this in TaskStream and Blackboard, that is fine. I don't grade in TaskStream until closer to the end. Of course, it's there. If it's there, I may grade it, but I'm not going to count it late if it's not there next week. So I know that your action research project may not be complete for peer review on week 6. And if it's not quite ready for TaskStream and Blackboard by week 7, that is perfectly fine. As long as it's there by week 10, I'm good. So hopefully that'll take a little bit of pressure off of you as far as getting it in and completed by next week. Note that this project here, or this assignment here, is evaluated on the quality of feedback that you give your colleagues. So I'm not even looking at the completion of this evidence. All I'm looking at is the feedback that you give your colleagues. So please make sure that you give some good, strong feedback to help your peers update, upgrade, finish their action research project. So you're going to be doing peer review using this rubric for 2 of your peers, and then work on your action research project, even though it does say it's due next week. Again, I'm not going to count off if it's not in there next week, but it does need to be uploaded to TaskStream and Blackboard no later than the beginning of week 10. This week's readings, you have measurement and assessment and teaching, chapters 4 and 5. Let's look at measurement and assessment in your folder. You have chapter 4, Miller, Lynn, and Groenland. Find a presentation from the web that explains validity. Share the link with your colleagues. Then list and briefly describe as many factors as you can think of that might lower the validity of a classroom assessment, and use your text to support. And then respond to one peer. And if you'll notice, the assignments for chapters 4 and 5 were exactly the same. So I exempted one of them, chapter 5. So I want you to read chapter 5, obviously. So really what you can do is pick a presentation from the web that explains validity or reliability. I don't care. You can choose validity or reliability. Just make sure that you submit it here. Share the link. This needs to be in by Sunday night, so that your peers can respond. You need to respond to at least one peer. So you're going to be sharing the link. Tell me why it describes factors that you might think of that lower the validity or increase the reliability. Either one of these is fine, and use your text. That means you're going to be having in-text citations, and you'll have a reference list. So you only have to do one of those 2. Then we'll go back to standard-based grading. Look in that folder. So you've got an agenda to fill out, just like you've been doing for your meetings. Turn in one for your group, and then your group will get the same grade for the agenda. And then you have your collaboration rubric. Same thing you've been doing. So these are the 2 assignments that you'll have for your standards-based grading. And I think you're pretty well understanding of that now. You've done that a couple of times. Then you have chapters 9 and 10 in the Miller, Lynn, and Gromelin text. Let's look at action research. It says to submit to TaskStream and Blackboard. And again, I don't I don't care if it's not uploaded just yet. I realize it's only been 6 weeks and you may still be working on it, but this is the link that you will use to submit to Blackboard when you have it ready. And then also you have a link to take you to, or to remind you to submit to TaskStream. And then if you click on Action Research Project, just make sure that you submit your turn in assignment. Make sure that you have done that with your action research. Okay. Let me go back. I have exempted chapters 9 and 10 discussion board for Miller, Gromelin, and Lynn. I do want you to make sure you read those chapters, but I've exempted this discussion board just to give you a little bit more time to work on your action research and your standards-based grading. And then looking ahead, it says that in week 8, you will submit standards-based grading to discussion board for peer review. And then I believe in week 9, you're to submit your standards-based grading project to TaskStream and Blackboard. Again, when these final evidences are due, just because it says in week 7, week 8, as long as they're in by week 10, so that I can get them graded, I'm good. If you're ready to turn them in, obviously you can go ahead and turn them in, but I will not count them late. I won't even go into TaskStream for a couple of weeks. So you're good there. I want you to have quality projects. So if it takes you an extra week, that's good. However, if it's due for peer review, it needs to be in for peer review so that you can get feedback and so that your classmates have projects to peer review, because you're getting graded on the feedback that you give. So hopefully this week is winding down a little bit, not quite as heavy, gives you some time to work on your projects, your evidences. I appreciate the questions that are still coming. Any questions that you may have, please just let me know. You know that I'm more than willing to answer them and try to get to them immediately. So I hope things are going well. I hope you're getting some rest. I hope you're getting to do some things that you want to do, along with working on your class. And I know some of you are also working in summer school. So try to get some time for yourself while you're working on everything else that you're working on. And just know that you're doing a great job, that I appreciate all that you're doing. And I look forward to seeing your work. Have a great day and have a great weekend.